little bit late, but I think I've just done it. It is now, what time is it now? It is 2:15, and I'm just coming through Seattle now. So I'm just gonna scrape through, miss the traffic, float straight down here. This is the main hub bit. Underneath the turn off of Pike Place and the main centre. Which I said before in a couple of other videos, I really like driving around America. A lot of it as well is super nice when you're going through the cities. It's not like cities in Europe where you're going miles and miles away from the actual city. They go straight through the middle a lot of them, so you get this change of scenery and it's nice and pretty. And 9 times out of 10, they all flow. Like I've said before, Seattle and further along all this part is a nightmare in rush hour. That's why I didn't set off early this morning. Well, the trailer was loaded on Saturday, so I could have gone either super early, like you got to go at 4 o'clock in the morning early, or leave it till lunchtime and then set off. It's one of them things. So I chose the later, staying at home because they are unloading till Wednesday, so no great rush. You see all the homeless here. Like any cities, I don't know what it's like in Europe now, but when we went touring around Europe last year, what was it, March time, I did see a lot of homeless just laying in the streets in Germany, France, England and everywhere, you know. It was looking pretty shitty, it really was. And we have a fair share on this coast, without a doubt. But you can see the smoke's still gone. It's lovely now, really is back to a bit more reality and being able to go outside without getting out of breath with the horrible smoke. I've got a slow puncture on my trailer, so I'm going to have to nip into Love's. I've picked up a nail up or something. I can't see it. I can't see where the thing is, so I'm going to have to go in and get that done. I've blown it up with my airline, so it's going to last me, because it's only just down a bit it was when I went and picked the trailer up, so I didn't really have time to get it mended. So I'm just going to keep it smoking and get it on through out of that way of here. Get down a wee bit and get it sorted there. Like I say, I'm only 943 mile away, easy job. So I can afford to spare a bit of time. I only need to I can do 600, 650 tomorrow easy. So as long as I get a few hundred in today, get it down a bit, you know what I mean? Do 300, 400, something like that, be nice. And then seem to be stopping, but I don't. This is a terrible bumpy road just coming on here, so I'm gonna finish this one here. Catch you in a bit. When you're driving on the road and things, in general, people's dress sense, obviously, in different trends and different things, seems to differ. And somebody's idea of cool is maybe not somebody else's idea of cool. Hell, I can't talk about. I wear socks and flip-flops, so maybe that's not cool. I think it's cool and comfy, but what do you think to the exhaust sticking out the back of that truck? Pickup. I've seen this on several before. There's one that goes around my hometown that's planted right in the middle of his truck bed, and he has a bigger great exhaust funnel coming out the middle, which I think is really bizarre. Also defeats the object of having a pickup. But never mind, that's obviously floats his boat, doesn't it? Catch you later. Beautiful Washington rest area on my trip. Let me just show you these. I have to leave the engine running because I've got my microwave going. It draws too much power. It starts the inverter beeping and all having a fit and stuff like this. Looks just beautiful and clean. You don't really see these much in Europe. We used to back in the day when I was in Spain. We had these airlines that put pressure into you, put air into your tyres, which there's good and bad things about them. I'm a bit of a lover and a hater of them. Right, there's a valve under there just that valve just at the side there. I don't know if you see it. For some reason these were turned off on this trailer. I don't know why, because it seems to be working just fine with it turned on, but because it was turned off, when I picked the trailer up, I noticed this tyre was soft, and I thought, shit, well, I'll get it to the Loves, to the truck stop, go blow it up there, and go from there. And I noticed the tap was off, and I thought I won't turn it on, because there's obviously some reason, I couldn't get hold of the mechanic, why it had been turned off. Anyway, so I got a little bit further down the road, and I thought, sorry, I'll just go in and I'll try turning the valve on and seeing if it does it. And it does, it's pumped it up. It wasn't that low, and it'd been sat all weekend or so I can't see anything in the tyre. But the pros and cons of it is, if, for example, I like to know if I've got something in my tyre, and if it's going down slowly, then you can go get it sorted out. When you've got these airlines or these air pressure things to keep the pressure at the right thing all the time, you aren't going to know. You might not know. You might have a bloody great nail in there or something that might be just not leaking that badly, but it's keeping it blown up all the time. So unless it actually, and then that's going to get hot, that nail, eventually it's going to rip and you're going to get a blow. So that's a bad part about it. But a good part is, like, I've been able to get myself out of trouble, turning that valve on, it's pumped my tyre up fine, which you know, I'll keep a close look at it. I will have to get it done, obviously, at some point, because there's something in there, it's leaking, but I can't find the bloody thing, so it can't be that bad at all. So the chance of somebody finding something as well is probably going to be slim. So at least I know I can keep an eye on it, but I've got to be going. That's one good thing about it. Look at this beautiful area. Grand, innit? So we're away down to California, like I said before, on our way to California again. Seeing the sights, hopefully the smoke's all died down and that. There's no Kenwood. I love stacks. I need stacks in my life. I've got stack envy. I need some of them big stacks, don't we? Let's have a look, see what's going on in here. So, what has been happening? I'm hoping you're liking the longer videos. I definitely am. I think they turned out well. I think Steph's doing pretty good on them. So there's my cup of tea. Yes, I do use a microwave to boil my kettle, and some people say, oh, boil me water. Some people say, oh, you use a kettle to... That's weird. It's not weird. Boils water. It's exactly the same. What's the difference? You know what I mean? What we got in the fridge? I haven't been and got milk. I need to do a bit of shopping. I forgot to get some milk. The wife's packed me some sandwiches up, so I can grab them. Frozen stuff. I've got frozen chicken in there, frozen meals. We've got shepherd's pie this week. We've got stew and dumplings, spaghetti, spag bol, a load of other malarkey and stuff like that. Fruit. I like to keep fruit cocktails. Tinned fruit. I do get fresh fruit from the truck stops, so you can always get that. Bit of sandwich filling and stuff as well I keep in there. You can always get fresh fruit from the truck stop, so I can get that every day, but you never know. It's nice to have a couple of tins in just in case you want anything like that. I was going to get another thingamabob, another freezer to go on the top of here. There's one that I can just get to fit in there, but after thinking about it and weighing the cons and pros and cons up, I'm going to lose all my space up there. The telly's going to have to go further back, and I do like that window. I like to be able to peek out, and like I explained the other day, when you're reversing on your blind side, it's absolutely brilliant to have a little look out the window. Yorkshire tea, obviously. Anyway, so yeah, going back to the frozen, if I put the, like I say, if I put it in there, it will fit, and I can have a lot more meals. But I found, if I can get everything deep frozen and then put my meals in the fridge, keep it on the highest setting, the coldest setting possible on the fridge, it'll last me over a week or so, and they're still frozen is all the food, and I don't mind eating it after it's thawed out. Well, not thawed out, but unfrozen, you know what I mean, for a week after that. So I think it's going to be a waste of time, really. So we'll just stick with the fridge. If you stick everything in super frozen, it is, and your temperature in the cab stays down and everything like that, things should stay cool. Should, in theory. I had a big one for cooking and stuff like that. You know, Richard and a few other people I know, drivers, they're chefs. Richard used to be a chef and stuff like that, and he loves it. I don't cook at home. I've never cooked at home. It doesn't. I aren't a great. If it was up to me, I'd open a and I was in a hurry, I could just eat a cold tin of beans and crack on. You know what I mean? But with my wife making the lovely frozen meals, I do like my food. But for convenience and lazy, I think I am. I can't be bothered to do all that cooking, all that preparing. It's not me. Whereas, you know, not everybody's the same. I've said this before. Some people can don't mind doing that, and like, we're not all the same. Oh, polishing my truck, I'll sit and polish my truck. They might not like that or hate that or something like that. I'd rather do that, stick something in the microwave, rather than prepare it all. So that's my uptake on it. We'll stick to the frozen stuff, and the others can do the meals. I will accept a cooked meal though if anybody's back near me and wants to do that. So there you go, there's the update. Catch you all later. Morning all. I saw those trailers last night. Check those trailers out there. Pretty trailers are those. I'm just in southern Oregon now. What's that? Yoncalla or something or other it's called. Stop beeping. I've done my checks and stuff like that, and I'm ready to roll. I fueled up last night over at the IDS there. The IDS? IDS? We don't have IDS here, that's going back some years. Pacific Pride. So I'm just about to set off. When I set off out of anywhere like this, once you get to know your areas and stuff like that, I know there's a big old mountain up here. This car park's pretty shitty actually, so I don't want to drive through that big old oil there. Yeah, there's quite a pull out of here. Let's get this shot on the road. Gotta go around the houses to get back onto the other side. Are we good? Yeah, slow punch of the tyres staying up, she's looking all good and what have you. Still can't find where it's got a slight leak from or anything, so whether it's leaking out of the whether it's a bad seal on it or not, I don't know. It's just had a new valve and everything like that, so it ain't the valve or any of that malarkey. Anyway, so yeah, when I in somewhere like that, if you know your road and stuff like that, obviously if you've been on it before you don't know the area and stuff, but I always like I don't like to idle a truck, like I've said before to you guys, but there's a mountain up here as you come out of here, and I don't like to run it straight from cold up there. That's a pretty one, isn't it? So I have run it for like 15-20 minutes to get the oil all warmed up before I hit this mountain, because it is going to be revving and pulling up there. So you don't want to be coming straight out and shooting straight up a mountain with a cold engine as you just started it. That's going to put a lot of wear on that engine. A lot of excessive wear, so get it warmed up, get that oil up to temp, and then hit the pass. See, this is just north of Roseburg. I'm checking it in today. We're going in the garage shop, as they call them in America. They call it a shop, not a garage. Garage is where you fuel up, the shop is where you get it mended. It's going in to get greased and lubed up and what have you. It's overdue. I've done, I usually like to get it done at 13. I'm on to 16, I think 16,000. It hasn't been greased or anything, so I really desperately need to get it in and what have you. And then next trip I'll have a bit of full power, push in 505 horsepower. I'm pulling right on the way to that now. So we're like 40 ton gross. Nothing to you European guys. Sit back, dial that in and let it do its thing. be hot down in California. It's hot tonight. Hopefully that air conditioning, we're going to find out what the score with it is. This is part of the Denman pattern. Is it Denman? No, it's not. I'm not in the wrong place. This is part of, I don't know the pass. Somebody's pass. Somebody tell me the pass. Nope. I ain't got it. But it is pretty. Soon be all snowy and shitty and the first part of the snow's horrible. And when it gets a bit cold and temperatures drop right down, it's a lot better then. Well, even a lot better. I'd definitely be prepared to be driving on something like this. That is for sure. I'm just waiting for confirmation on a really cracking trip that I think I'm hoping to be getting. My boss rang me yesterday, so fingers crossed. I'll find out. I won't say anything until we find out exactly what the score is on it, whether I've got it or not. So there's the wee update. That's me up and over that hill into Roseburg, and then out of Roseburg down over the California state line, and see where we can get to tonight. I've got 629 mile now, so we didn't do too bad. I got really held up through Portland. They had a load of construction going on in Portland, and there's only one lane going across the state line, which I should have come off first. I should have checked the Google Maps or something like that. I haven't got my Garmin set up on the internet. It lost internet connection, and I haven't connected it back up again, so it's running on the internet. Otherwise that would have told you. It's alright having these gadgets, but they're only as good as the guy prodding them, aren't they, to be fair? And if I haven't set it up right, it ain't going to produce the goods, which it didn't. So I didn't know about the lane being only down to one lane. I should have realised that. If that had been on, I'd have known that, and it'd done it all for me, and it'd have suggested that there's a hold up, go a different way. But never mind. I'm still going to be there. I'll be there tonight. It's just a bit of a push today. Obviously, as you get further down into California, the traffic gets a bit more heavier and stuff like that. But we'll see. Like I say, I haven't set off till late, so it is nearly half past 8 now. So I've got a full shift in front of my front door, so I should miss the traffic by the time I get there. If I drag it out, by the time I get further down where any of the traffic is, it's going to be after rush hour and stuff like that. So I'll hopefully get down into the farm for 10 o'clock tonight or something. And we'll tip off card in the morning, and then I need to get my reload on. I want to get that on, but that doesn't unload back up in Seattle until Friday morning, until 9:30. So, you know, I've got a bit of an easy run really. It's nothing too strenuous. There you go, there's the update. So I've just come out of the office. I wasn't allowed to video in there. I've done one before in there, they've let me, but this is like a bit of a walk of shame when you come down here you've got to take your paperwork in. Anything, like I said, that's planted in the ground or anything like that, they want to know where it's coming from. And then, like I said, I've got warning shipment is under quarantine. Before this goes in the ground, somebody's going to have to go to the farm and check it all out to make sure it's good to go in the ground, which, you know, isn't a bad thing, is it? It's a pretty good thing. Gets me out, gets me a little chat with people as well, and gets you out the truck for a minute or two. So I'm going to run across here quick before I get run over. Bit of an Annika rise. So that's the story there. Yeah, just in, stamped, and away you go. They don't check the logbook here. I've been stopped before and got in there, and they've never checked the logbook or anything like that. It's always been fine. So just paperwork and stuff. Happy days. Catch you all later. Bye bye. A little chillax. way back down there, I can get down to the river, the lake, whatever you want to call it, lake thing. Shasta Lake, I think this is. Yeah, it is Shasta Lake. Shasta, the volcano further up, though it's quite away from it actually, but maybe it was dug out by the lava when it popped its top. Maybe that's the thing. Pretty reasonable, but you are in high risk fire area, so that's why your land's going to be a lot cheaper around here. Look at that pretty view. Across the 62 in it and waiting for the little house on the prairie to appear. There you go, boom. Bridge fetish. I love the bridges. A lot of people just drive their RVs and stuff. Pretty one on the left. RVs and shit onto the banks there and just chill out and enjoy the time. Two-stroke. A lot of two-stroke motorbikes still see out here. The motocrossers and the quads and things like that, 500 two-strokes. Crazy power. Love the sound of a good two-stroke. Can't beat the sound of a two-stroke. Cassia. How do I get in here? He's facing that way, so I presume I go entrance there. There we go. So I'm going to go into the speed coat here. Speedco is part of Loves now, so we have a stop beeping. We have, that looks like the tyre part, that looks like the fixie bit over the other side. Yeah, Speedco have a part of Loves, which we have an account with anyway, so I get all my servicing, like I said before, done here. I want to get the, just get it greased up, just like a mini service. I like to get in between, it's a little bit overdue. Just get all greased up, and I'm also going to get the coolant changed while I'm on. See if we can get that done, and jobs are good. Just because an empty bay doesn't mean that I'm going to get seen straight away. I haven't really got time to be fucking about, to be fair, so... Hopefully they're all different, but we'll see how speedy we are going to be here when we get in. We'll let you know straight away, which is pretty good, isn't it? Like I said, that might not mean anything, but he is bringing me in, so that's always a bonus, isn't it? Chucking them wheels, it's all official stuff. Where's me mask? Let's get masked up and see what the score is. Hey bud,
how's it going?
How's it going? It's going. I want the coolant changing and I just want it greased up.
You want what?
I want the coolant changing.
Change the coolant out?
Yeah, yeah. And I also want it just lubed up.
Okay. Yeah, we'll do the lube on this side and then we'll have to pull you over to our tire side to do the change over there.
No worries. Do the trailer as well, please.
Okay.
Got some mileage?
Yep, mileage.
It is... hang on. 286 434.
And how you paying?
It's got an account.
Account?
Yeah. Anchor Trucking, Sumas. You'll want the number. Yeah. And on that note, before I give everybody the number, I'm going. Look at that! Working away. Happy days. So I've got me shepherd's pie. Homemade shepherd's pie. Can't be that. Great thing about these places, you can still stay in the truck while they're messing about with it, which is always a good thing. You know what I mean? Don't have to go out, sit outside or anything like that. Even before the coronavirus, they would let you stay inside and stuff, which is a good thing, I think. It's nice. Because I don't want to be sat out there. I want to be sat inside in my truck, and I do like to get out, obviously, but I wanted to grab something to eat. Why I'm on this bit of time off, you got to make the most of it. You know what I mean? So, grab myself a coffee, make me have my dinner, and then hopefully by that time it'll be done. I'm halfway through the day. I've only got only 300 miles left to do, which I don't want to rush too soon, because otherwise I'm going to hit the traffic round Fresno, San Francisco, all that, when you get all that shit over there and what have you. So I don't really want to get too close to that until things calm down a little bit. Otherwise that will be a shit show. Well, you're just defeating the object, you know, you just fight. You know what it's like driving around the M25 or LA, anything like that. It's not the best. So I'll just sit tight here, get it all done, and have my dinner. Job's a good one. Bye bye. There we go, all greased up, all lube in the speed car. There, that ain't bad at all. These they are lower, them things. It just clicks on them when we come into here, but it gets in. So I have all the coolant changed, and I haven't had the oil changed on that. I've got another 5,000–6,000 before that needs doing anyway. So we've just had all lubed. Everything's lubed up. We've done everything, all the truck, the trailer, the lot. So it's all looking good. It took just over an hour, did that, so it wasn't bad at all. So I'm pretty happy with that. I'm back on the road again. We'll catch you all later. Bye bye. Good morning, California. Just made myself a coffee. I'll just do you this morning video. It's exactly the same basically as you guys in Europe. The microphone's in the way, innit? You guys in Europe, but just I have that little bit extra room, don't I, to paddle about, and being only a little guy, I don't take up that much room as it is. So usual shit, I get up, fill all my water bottles up and stuff like that, grab myself a coffee. I'm not big on breakfast, just usually have a banana or something in the morning. And I like to get the news on, stuff like that. But we ain't got a bad view here. It's not a bad view, but it is just California. They're in, especially this 101 down once you get down San Fran and over this west side. There isn't a lot of parking places or anything like that. So it's just basically, what I'm trying to say, it's not all beautiful rest areas I stay in and things like that all the time. So We have to slum it sometimes. Anyway, on we go. So that's the setup in the truck first thing in the morning. Which, you know, it doesn't bother me. You've seen that I put the shower in before, so I'm good for a shower and get a wash and stuff like that first thing in the morning. It's not a problem. Got to be self-contained, haven't you? So let's have a look at, obviously, I do all my checks and stuff like that, same as you guys will. And stuff. I do tend to check a lot more over here because it's a lot, I think it's a lot more responsibility I have because I'm away from the yard a lot more. The mechanic doesn't see it as much and things like that. So it's bright this morning. It wasn't very warm last night. I had to put the heater on about 3 o'clock this morning. Temperature's definitely dropping now. Let's have a look. I'm just up the road from where I'm delivering, so we ain't got far to go. So let's just show you this. Right the side of the road. There's the freeway. The freeway's further up. There's one of those Raptors. I do like those cars. There's the Pacific Highway 101 up there. A lot of shit and stuff everywhere. But that's California. And at least the smoke's all gone. That's one thing. So that just hooks on there. If you don't have that on, when I'm getting a wash, everything splashes on the ground and goes all over the place, which is not a good thing. But let's have a look round. She's looking lovely and clean still, driving down here, which is one bonus. Very rare anybody will touch your shit when you're out anywhere like this. Nobody bothers with anything. That's that tyre that's been going down. Seems to be staying up now. That does look a bit down now. As soon as I build the air up though and drop the handbrake, that'll pump that back up. Yeah, no lock, because nobody's going to touch it, basically. It's very rare that anybody's actually tried to get in the back of the trailer. Unless you're in the inner cities or something like that, like I've said before. I like to have a look underneath, just check all my brakes. You ain't got a lot that really can go wrong. Just make sure everything's still fastened on and all that shit, you know what I mean? And your brakes are still there. And they're all, the slack adjusters are all adjusted up right. Job's a good one. And everything's hanging on where it's meant to be. So that's the top of it. That's the my morning start. Gonna finish my coffee off, get a wash, and don't need the reefer on. And that's me. I'm only what is it? It's only about 30 miles down the road, down that way. And then I'm cross country again, which is a nice little cross country run, which is over to pick my next load up. That's going straight back up to Seattle. There was going to be an Alaska coming off, but it got cancelled. They couldn't get enough produce, so bummer. I was really looking forward to that. But it might be coming off again in a couple of weeks. The boss rang me the other day. Really good. They always ring you up at Anchor Trucking and ask if you want to do the trip first. So the boss rang me up and he said, I've got an Alaska coming off. Do you want to do it? Which is nice, you know. So I like that. And I said, hell yeah, too right. And he said, leave it with me. I'll get in touch with you. So he got back and he said, no, they didn't have the produce, so it won't be happening this trip maybe in 2 weeks. So fingers crossed, should be going up there again, hopefully. Catch you all later. Have a nice day. So here I am. I'm just coming down into King City. A lot of produce, a lot of agriculture around here. All this part, all the way down to LA, is and going up the way. California is producing a lot of stuff. Does, so you'll get a lot of the migrant workers as well here. Small houses, they'll just move. Them migrant workers come up from South America and they'll just work all the farms and stuff like that. It looks a cracking little village that. I need to go for a look into there. Very Mexican feel, like I've said before. You get through here, but you'll be mostly in the towns and the village will be speaking Spanish. Cracking little feel about it. Hopefully we'll get a good tip. I've just had a change of plan. He's just sent me a message as my boss saying that I'm loading Santa Maria, which I'm not 100% sure where that is. I think it's this side of LA. I'm hoping it's this side of LA. If it's to the side of LA, I'll be pissed, because that will lose me time and earn me shit. The scale, then I'll drop my trailer like I did the other week. Joel will come pick my trailer up, or I'll go and try and find the shunter and put it on the bay, get it unloaded, have a cup of tea. Jobs are good. Look, he's got a fancy pants new Mac. Look at the colour. When you come in other people, anybody's yard, or turn around anywhere, always take advantage of your of the swing there is. Try and go as wide as you can, rather than scrubbing them tyres off and ripping people's yards up. Very industrial, does the Mac, and it looks a very strong, heavy truck. I don't know what engines they use, but I presume they're obviously using the Mac engine. I don't really know a great lot about them. I used to have one in a Magnum Mac engine. It went well, it was nice. What was it, 460? I think they're very similar inside to this, the bunk part. When you're ready, buddy. Oh, we're getting out. There we go. Speed is his middle name. Boom, 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 boom. The joys, eh? So let's have a look. Where's this Santa Maria? Santa Maria. Santa Maria, California.
Here is some information about Santa Maria. Santa Maria is a city in California's Central Coast region.
Tell me it's not to the side of LA. I should know Santa Maria. It sounds like it should be a famous sort of town, doesn't it? Put me Beverly's on. Let's have a look. Oh man. Oh yes, it's not that far away. It's only a couple of hours. Happy trucker. I don't want to be that other side of LA. That's a load of poo, is that? Poo, poo, poo. We don't want that. So, yeah, that's nice. That's sweet. Don't know where it's going though. All top secret. I'm presuming it'll be going straight back up because there'll be produce. Waiting. Oh, save me driving time. he goes. Captain Slowski has returned. Oh, we're a bit more sprightly now. Oh, white tail. There you go. Yeah. Little doors. I'll have to catch a look in one of those and see what they're like. So. Stop beeping, there you go. So there we go, onto the C-scale. Go see Maria in the office. See if the peas have lost any weight on the way down. Jobs are good. Catch you later. Here we go. I've just got my return load. Happy. I've dropped the trailer. The trailer's over there. Joel's just unloading it now as we speak. And this is my dispatch thing. It's a cracking little app is this. It's not bad at all, really. But you've got to watch the maps. The maps are on Google Maps, so it's cars that are for, not trucks. So it'll give me that. But it gives you a rough idea how far it's going to be. So it's change of plan. I was running across to where I was last week, but now I'm going down to Santa Maria, which is nice because it's only 94 mile away, which gives me an extra 94 miles south, 94 mile back. That's an extra 200 mile there on my trip. By the time I've gone the wrong way a couple of times or once, that gives me a couple of 100 miles extra on this run, because it's not that far. It's only 1,000, so that gives me 12. You know, it makes it nice, makes it a little bit better. And I'm not going into the dreaded LA. This just costs me so much time and hours, and seriously, you can take 4 hours to get across that shithole. That is a dung heap, a horrible place. I just don't want to be in there or anything. It's hit and miss though. But saying that, so another time I've gone through at 5:30 and managed to get straight through, but it's just a one-off was that. I don't know how it happened, but it did. Anyway, so it's changed my load. There must be somebody else doing the other load. It's got me that. It's going straight back home, straight back to Mount Vernon, which where I loaded out of, which is only 15 minutes from home. Happy days. That's on the 25th it unloads, which is nice. You know, I don't like to be I like to keep it tight on the times and stuff like that. What day is it? What's the date today? Is the 23rd, 25th? Friday, and I've got all day to go get loaded as well. So it's really good. It'll be out on a farm, so I aren't too bothered about missing my hours down and stuff like that, because I'll just put it on agricultural, get my 150 as the crow flies, which will be 200 miles about roughly by the time you've gone around a few corners and things like that. So you know, that'll do, and then I can crack on early, have a good kick tomorrow, so I can and then get up there. What day is it? Wednesday, Thursday, yeah. I'll be there Friday morning. I'll definitely. If I really push it, I might get home Thursday night. We'll see. We'll see. If not home Friday, and weekend at home again. That's good. Can't do too many of these though. I haven't enough money, but they'll work. It'll work for now. That is for sure. Because, like I said before, I earned a shitload of money on the flowers, so it did well. There's that MAN, MAN? It's not an MAN Mac floating about. I'm going to go have a word with him, see if he'll let me have a look in that truck. There, here we go. I'm empty now. He's just pulled out, as Jake pulled his shunter out, so that's all good. I've just swept the back out. It's a good thing to ask when you unload somewhere You need to sweep it out. I always ask where I'm unloading, because it is their shit that's in the back of there. And 9 times out of 10, they'll let you sweep it out. If you're gonna sweep it out properly. Don't do a half-hearted effort. You'll get to the next place. They'll want you to sweep it out again. They won't let you sweep it out on their property, and you're fucked. You know what I mean? So just do it properly. If you're gonna do it, my mum always says, if you're gonna do a job, do it properly. If a job's worth doing, it's worth doing right, and that's right. And so you don't have to do it twice. Because the customers, at the end of the day, they are paying for the trailer. They aren't paying for a shitty trailer, are they? You know, so they are right. And if you don't do it and they do want it cleaning out, that's going to cost me time. That's going to cost me money, which means I'm not moving forward. Which, hell, I don't like that, do I? It's getting toasty out here now. So I'm going to grab my trailer, hook up, and go down south where it's going to be even hotter. Bye bye. And I've got bad hair day. I got my dispatch, it changed. I mentioned before that it had changed and what have you, and I do like to stick to a plan, but it's changed anyway.